Live and learn.
Yep.
I know better next time. I am rocking the official tribal chief shirt though.
Oh,
I got
nice.
a few wrestling t-shirts in, man. The fandom is starting to be strong over here.
Love it. I love it.
It's
I'm
all
rocking
thanks
my anime shit tonight. Y'all got me in the anime, so I'm rocking my Naruto shirt.
You know what I'm saying? It's we're just tapping into to new experiences and shit. And I would say my newfound love for wrestling is all thanks to the No Gimmicks podcast.
Thank you
for the FPN. But yeah, you guys are cooking over there, man. Got a lot of stuff going on, so can't help but support and try to help conversations in the group and whatnot with my little bit of wrestling knowledge as it grows bit by bit.
Yep.
But ladies and gentlemen, y'all see what it is. Friday night, Dynamic Duo is back. Got my man Black here, your homie Mac here.
Yo.
Dynamic Duo in full effect. Got a great show for you tonight. A few things to hit on that were in the fan group. I have recently got back on Thursday from seeing the last stop of the North American leg of the Grand National Tour. Now they're over to Europe doing shit in London and all that other stuff. So big ups to them. We'll share thoughts on that and then our overall, I guess you could say, opinion on where Kendrick is, because like we were talking about before we went live, that man, I don't know how much of that set list and display and everything was his brainchild, but whoever his creative team is, he's got a squad around him.
Yes.
Has got a team around him that is second to none.
Absolutely.
And then, of course, we have a who's Manz that coming off the tail end of Juneteenth is pretty crazy that of this today. But it is our job to break all that stuff down for you that we do here at the Smoke Pit. So unless you got anything else for the folks, Black, you want to just get into the proceedings this evening?
Let's start the shenanigans, my bro.
The shenanigans are here at the Smoke Pit. So ladies and gentlemen, sit back, roll up, pull up, sip one with your boys, get ready for some laughs as we get ready to unfold this week's worth of shenanigans. Episode 172 of the Smoke Pit starts right now. The following is a presentation of the Dad Feeling Podcast Network, reminding you to always question the answers.
Welcome to the Smoke Pit. It's Friday night, come and take a load off. Come sit in the Smoke Pit, it's time for us to show off. It's been a long week, come relaxing, get some laughs in, and let's talk about these brackets. And while we at it, tell me whose man's is this? Cause I got questions, I'm hoping you can answer it. Get ready, cause you know we gon' talk a lot of shit. It's Mac and Mac, welcome to the Smoke Pit.
Yep, y'all know what it is, Friday night. Mood is right, Dynamic Duo Black and Mac back on your screens for the #1 streaming show on Friday nights, even though it's behind the Patreon paywall. Soon to be the #1 streaming show, not streaming, but #1 video premiere on YouTube's and everywhere else on Mondays.
Yes.
Speaking to existence around here. But it's the Smoke Pit, first time here. It's just two homies for about 20 plus years or some change.
We're approaching 25, bro. That's wild.
That is crazy. That is crazy. And all we do is just keep our eyes on the interwebs, Beyonce's internet, find some crazy stuff to talk about, and break it down on the show as only two homies like us can do. So that's what you're in tune for, or in store for over here. I'm going to hand it over to you right quick if you just want to get into the motivational speech, because I got some coals that I forgot to take off the burner over here for my hookah. So I want to get to them before they burn all the way through. But ladies and gentlemen, I give to you, I don't want to call you like the Reverend of the show, but our motivational speaker. King Miller, if you will.
All hell, King Miller.
But it's been a long week coming off of Juneteenth and everything. World is getting kind of spicy. So I don't know if you got something positive, put a spin on something to put people's minds in the right place going into the weekend, man.
Hey, you know what? With everything that's going on, and the world will have you thinking that it's about to end soon. So, what's more important is that you're waking up. The sun has shined again. You've seen it. You've made it through another week. And you know what? Just take this day by day, minute by minute, with everything that's talking about the future and what our future is going to be. Don't let that spoil the moment. So for now, enjoy the moment. Enjoy your peace. Live in that moment. Enjoy it. Step back from the stress. Step back from everything that's bothering you. Take a deep breath and just enjoy the moment. And that's what we're going to do. From now on, let's just sit back and enjoy the moment, because whether it's bad or you feeling like it's the worst thing to happen to you or it's the best thing to happen to you, what's most important in that moment is that you're here with us. You're still amongst us. You're alive. So whatever's going on, step back for a minute, look at the moment, and enjoy it, because it won't happen again. And that you can count on. So here's to enjoying the moment.
Here.
And I did conclude.
Salute, my guy. Well done. Well done. I caught the second half of it, and I was instantly inspired. Essentially, just control what you can control, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
Like, don't worry about if you sit there and just worry all the time. Like, each moment's going to pass you by. You missing out on time with family, friends, and everything, man. Just live your life.
Yep.
Enjoy
Live your life.
But, like I mentioned, a lot of shenanigans to get into. First thing, I would like to go into our smoke break and talk about this Grand National Tour.
Let's do it. I feel like I always need a cigar for this, bro. Yeah, welcome to the Cigar Lounge.
What's up, man? We got Jeff in the comments, man. We got
What up?
CJ, Nightmares, and Nerdscapes. And what up? Hey, it's cool. We appreciate y'all tapping in, but I don't know if you want them to give you any kind of spoilers, unless you're watching John Cena and SmackDown in the background, which is cool.
No. I'll watch it. I'll watch it when we get off. It's fine.
Yeah. Y'all, if y'all want to get to the wrestling, y'all can get to the wrestling. But we appreciate y'all tapping in. We know some wild shit about to happen on SmackDown. But Grand National Tour, man. We've both have been to concerts before. We've both been to rap concerts before. And we were talking offline. Is this something that you would classify as your rap, your run-of-the-mill rap concert, my guy?
No, it's not. And even with, and I'll compare it to another concert that I've been to of this nature. Mm-hmm. The closest thing I could compare it to was the On the Run tour with Jay-Z and Beyonce. Because they had sort of elements of that. But I've never seen anything like what they did with this Kendrick and SZA concert. Never. It was clear that it wasn't a rap concert, and it wasn't really an R&B concert either. It was a beautiful mix. So I don't know what you would classify this as.
Yeah, CJ's in the comments, and he says he's up there with the original Up in Smoke run from back in the day. As far as enjoyment factor. And shout out to CJ. He was there with me. I think he paid a little bit more and had better seats than I did. I will say this production, like we called it, like it was a legit production out there.
Yes.
Was so amazing. Let me so I had a change of command that Wednesday, the day of the concert. It gets done about 12. I go home, get my little, overnight joint ready. I'm driving up to Fredericksburg to pick my sister up because we're going to go watch it together. So like 95 traffic stupid. I get to Fredericksburg about like 3:30, some change like that, So I'm just like, yeah, let's go. We can meet up there. GPS is saying we'll get there like 5:45. Concert on paper starts at 7.
Yep.
So of course you start driving and you hit 95 trying to get anywhere around DC or anything like that. Bram. So we go from supposed to be getting there at 5:30 to actually pulling up in the hotel parking lot at like 7 and some change, right? So we go in there. She showered, changed real quick. I just changed, so I'm like, fuck it. Like, they just gonna smell me in this bitch, bro. Like, it is what it is. I get up in there, and we take a Uber, and traffic is just bad. Like, Washington, let me just say this. Like, y'all got Jaden Daniels now. Y'all had a team in the NFC Championship. Y'all gotta do something, revamp the stadium. Y'all gotta revamp how to get in and out. Traffic was backed up a mile to get to the parking, the drop-off point for the Uber. We could hear Mustard playing his set. Like, it's loud, and we're just that. I'm like, do we want to walk? Because it's like hella humid. It just finished raining. All of this stuff.
Yep.
We like, fuck it. Let us out of this car, right? So, like, Mustard set starts winding up. And, like, the traffic getting to the point where it stops was already, like, 20 minutes. So, Mustard finishes up. We can hear Kendrick come out and start his songs. So we in the Uber, we hearing whacked out murals, squabble up. I'm like, we need to get in the building now. Let us out. Like, me and my sister start power walking to the stadium. Sweating and shit. Foo, foo, foo. And then we get there. I have an umbrella because it's supposed to rain. They're like, hey, we can't let you bring that umbrella in there, fam. I'm like, bro, I just bought this umbrella like 2 days ago. And it's a solid umbrella, like about $25. You know what I'm saying? It's one of the good ones.
Yeah.
It got some weight when you open it, we can't let nobody. I'm like, it's supposed to rain tonight. There's like 70% chance that we ain't letting nobody in there. I'm like, so what do I do? Well, you can take it back to your car. Like, that's not happening, right? You can go rent one of the lockers over there, which is like an extra $20. I'm just like, well, that's the cost of an umbrella. I'm like, could I just throw this away? Threw away a perfectly good umbrella. Then we on the section 400, so it's up there. It's upper deck. We see some escalators. We go over there. Oh, no, the escalators are for club seats only. You guys got to use the ramp on the outside, bro.
Oh, no.
Lord Jesus, my boy.
Oh, no.
I was so mad. It was hot, humid. I'm like hot from being angry. Like, why is this stadium, why is there no escalators to the upper levels? You making bro, we was footing this shit, bro. We get to the seat, 2 people in our seats. Like, bro, these are our seats. No, we're row 21. This is row 20, isn't it? Yes, nigga, like, move.
Move the fuck out the way, I'm telling you.
So, like, we trying to get in there. We missing Element. We missing TV Off. We missing 30 for 30. We get in there right when she starts doing What Did I Do? Last I'm like, oh, my God. So I'm like, I'm like angry and shit. I'm like, man, I missed some good songs. SZA out here singing and shit. But she back on I can't see her. She on the side of the TV. I'm just like, ugh. But then as the thing goes, you just like, shit. Like, I'm getting into a kind
of it kicks in.
Yeah. Like, bro, I'm having a good time. The music good. They enjoying themselves. The crowd around us was enjoying themselves. Well, there was 2 dudes in front of us that was just L.A. Dodgers hat with long live Nip on the side, just super West Coast with. They just standing there like this with SZA doing her shit, like not enjoying it. I'm like, nigga, did y'all just come here for? Y'all just came here for Kendrick shit?
Yeah, they did.
And not even the fun Kendrick shit. They just here for all the deep cuts. You know what I'm saying? Like when he would show like scenes of the hood when niggas was fighting.
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. I grew up there, Nick.
They pulling out the camera, like recording that part of the video. I'm like, damn, nigga, y'all.
Hey, y'all see Auntie House on there? Look at that. Look at that shit.
Hey, dog, hey. Like, that's how they talk. Like, but like the longer the show went on, like SZA came out and started doing what song was she singing? Let me see the set list. Oh, they did All the Stars.
Oh yeah.
Loosen their ass up real quick. He's still like this, but you. I'm like, yeah.
All right. All right.
I'm like, bro, y'all two, like, don't come to this thing. Y'all know SZA is half of the show.
Yeah. Y'all too thugged out.
Did
bro.
y'all just come here just to hear, peekaboo? You know what I'm saying? Whacked out, squabble up. That's what. Squabble up. Hey,
Yep.
hey. SZA come out. La. No, nigga, I'm too hood for that. I'm too.
It's my motherfucking horde, son. You can't.
Yeah. Yep.
Horde,
So I wasn't here for this, but CJ was. He was like, Mustard had the best line of the night. He says, "Ain't nobody too gangster for this. They play party in the USA." But damn. All right, we was talking about this, man. Your overall review and thoughts on the tour, man, on the show they put on. I will say 54 songs total, the set list.
Yes.
It was like
it did not feel like that though.
It felt like, I looked at my watch, about 3.5 hour show. And it did not feel like it was long. Like when they got done, I looked, I was like, God damn, it's 11. Yikes. But solid. Like there was not a
very
point.
much.
The only time I had to sit down is when my feet were just like, I swear we've been standing up all day, bro. We ran up these ramps and everything. Just sit down for a little bit, bro. But I couldn't sit long because then the next song would come up. I'm like, oh, let me get lit for this shit. Yeah, I gotta get in for this.
I gotta get in it.
What's your thoughts though?
So before I give my thoughts, I want to say my experience was similar.
And that's the crazy part, because they were like right up the street from you, right? In Arlington at the AT&T?
Yeah. So that area is normally congested too. But for this concert, which speaks volumes for the concert, bro, the whole area, it took us about, what normally takes me about 5 minutes, took me about 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And I left early. So it took me about 45 minutes to get to the stadium, right?
Yeah.
And by the time I got into the building, like, so when we walked into AT&T Stadium, he was doing Squabble Up.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, he started mad fucking, like, he ain't on nigga time tonight. You know what I mean? I was like, he meant it. I'm starting prompt. You know what I mean? Yep. So we did the same thing. We're rushing, trying to get to our seats. Couldn't find it because they were doing renovation on one side of the stadium. So we had to walk around. So by the time SZA had just started 30 for 30 by the time we got to our seats. And I was the same way. I was like, fuck, man, I missed the best part. Bro. Like, for me, I was like, this is the reason I'm here. You know what I mean? Like,
don't
I'm
do the good ones
like,
now.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, bro, he doing Squabble Up. He did Element. I'm like, bro, we missing the best of the shit.
When I was hearing, like, he did TV Up in 2 different parts. So he was
I heard,
Dun, dun, dun. I was like, nigga, no. Nigga, no.
Yes. Where the fuck these seats at, bro? Like, that's what I was like. I was like, where the fuck these seats? Hurry up. We got to get here. And like, Khan's like, you got to chill. I'm like, fuck that. Look, listen to the songs. Like, you hear what
you don't understand what's about to happen.
I know they acting ass in there right now. I got to be in there acting ass too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can hear the crowd going crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I can hear them. 100%. They having a good time. I want to be in there.
I want to be with that. Yeah.
I want to be in there having a good time too. So yeah. So by the time I get there, she's doing 30 for 30. But yeah, so once the set started kicking in, I was like, bro, this concert is really awesome. And then by the time she got to what's the shit where she's in the air?
Oh, towards the end?
Saturn. So when she did Saturn, I was like, bro, this is not a concert. This is a production. Like they put a lot into this shit. So for me, it was very enjoyable. You know what I'm saying? Like very, very enjoyable. And it's one of those concerts I'm really glad I went to, because normally I don't, but I was like, this one, I'll do it. I'll go to this one because I don't get to see Kendrick a lot. You know what I mean? He doesn't do a lot of concerts, so I was like, I'm gonna go to this one, and I'm really glad I went because the way he did this, it set a standard. You know what I'm saying for concerts, particularly for hip hop concerts. I feel like he did set a standard with this one. Like, if you're gonna go out and you want to do a concert, like, it needs to be something like that. So I hope people see this and try to mimic it, because it was awesome to see it.
Now, if somebody tries to mimic it, do you think they have the body of work and the not the it's gonna sound bad, the showmanship, I guess I was gonna say, the intellect to to be able to visualize their songs and figure out how to do it, because they had dancers, but the choreography wasn't like wild. The choreography was very direct, and like each move was very purposeful. Like, there was no wasted movements. Like, it wasn't like they were just, dancing to dance. Like, when Kendrick would come out, I'm just like, none of his songs require background dancers, but they would be so West Coast with their shit, like the stepping and shit like that. I'm just like, it adds to the song.
It did.
I will say, I will say this though. Hold on real quick.
Go ahead.
Me and my sister, we were up there and to the left, like sitting next to her. You could tell it was like a grip of people who were just there for the TikTok hits. Like, they were just waiting for the TikTok hits to just get out there and sing along. Like, they was waiting for Saturn. They was waiting for SZA to sing Blind. I can't see. All the shit that they take. Blind. They didn't know none of the verses after. Like, you would look at people. Like, when he came out and did a TV off, did the mustard part, people's like, mustard, and at the band. And then he started rapping, and then motherfucker's mouth stopped moving. And I'm just like, oh, y'all, okay.
Y'all don't know.
Y'all don't know it, which is fine.
Y'all don't know.
It's money to Kendrick anyway. Shout out to Kendrick for doing that. But I feel like, I don't want to say it's hurting the concert experience, because I'm sitting there standing up and I'm getting into it. And the chick that was sitting to my right, like, she wasn't feeling all the songs, and she'd be wanting to sit down, and everybody's like, it's hard to just stay in your seated area when shit is lit, So I'm like, scooting over a bit. She's like, can you scoot? I'm just like, oh, my bad. I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry you came to a concert and didn't know any of the songs.
And you gonna get moved out the fucking way, please.
Backseat freestyle coming on. You want me to chill?
I know.
Bro, like, girl, you finna be mad at me.
Hey. The movements.
Yeah. All our life have what money and power. Like, what do you want me to do?
I can the world 72. Wow.
Goddamn, I got it. Like, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do?
You want me to be still for this?
Yeah, good point. CJ put there was a couple in front of us. They had their phones up the whole time, and they had cords from their pocket from the battery backup. They were live stream, like, I don't know if they were live stream, but they were recording this motherfucker start to finish. And then my man, like, towards the end, pulled out a digital camera. He was holding his phone and a digital camera. I'm like, can you just enjoy the show?
Yeah, for real.
Goddamn.
For real.
Like, your life's not going to change. Nobody's going to be like, oh, you recorded the whole concert? You're rich now. Or the status of your life, your living situation is now changed. Like, you still going to go to school. Like, I don't know if you just going to brag about it, but, it was, I will say, what do you say, his daughter, she pulled out her phone for Not Like Us just to prove her friends that she saw it, but I think that was the only time. Yeah, I was there. My sister, who is a notorious, she will Snapchat story everything and have, like, the little dots. When you do her story, you're just clicking through like, oh, my God.
Oh, yeah.
That's her. So I was like, I got my cameraman here. I'm going to just be in the moment and enjoy it,
I pulled out my phone for the songs that I liked. I was like, yeah, I need to see. But, I ain't share none of that shit.
Yeah, I've yet
I
to
was
share
like,
any of that stuff too.
this is for me.
Yeah.
This is for me.
I did the pop I had because I was talking to my sister. I was like, well, if they do all the stars, I'm gonna cry. And I'm gonna yell Wakanda forever when they get done. And I did. Like they had the beam go up and everything, and they
Yep.
rose up on them things. Maybe they ain't them. I was trying to hit all SZA's notes. That's when you know you're having a good time. Like, bro, I know I can't
Hell
hit these
yeah.
notes. And I know these hard, you know, these what's the old boy name from the Wood? Percy? Was that his name?
Yep.
These Percy type dudes is in front of me, like just being hard. I ain't gonna do nothing. I'm like, bro, and maybe that ain't my dreams might let me know all the stars are closer. Yeah. And then when they ended, I was like, Wakanda forever. And people was like, yeah. I was like, yeah. I had to do it. For Chadwick, baby. Come on, man.
Yes. Hell yeah.
Reincarnated. Yeah, oh my God.
Oh yeah, that was a fire performance too.
Bro. I'm like, hey. And like we talked about, you saw the cameramen all around walking with him on the stage and stuff. And based on the like you said, the visuals, like how well that stage was set up to show like opening and closing curtains and doors and different set pieces. That has to be being recorded to be put in theaters later, so everybody can experience that show.
Yep. Real quick question. So I know in Dallas he did this. I don't know if he did this anywhere else. So did he do Count Me Out?
Unless he did it before we got in our seats.
Now this is for us. It was later in the show. So he did.
Oh, no, he did. Now that I think about it, he did. Yeah, he did Count Me Out, and then he rolled into Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe.
Yes, bro. Like, that shit had me. I was like, oh, my God. Oh, my God.
The one thing I will say is, like, he would change his what do you call it in rap? Like, you know, like, when he did Money Trees, like, I'm trying to rap it like how it was on the album, but he would, like, change up
his
the cadence. Yeah. He would change the cadence, and I was low key getting mad. Like, I'm trying to flow with you, bro. I'm trying to flow with you, and you're breaking it up. Like, he did that for DNA. He did that for Humble. I'm just like, oh my God. It's making it look like I don't know the words. You know, but it's all good. And my sister, she is a SZA. I don't know what her fans are called, Control Fam or whatever. What up, Jen? Appreciate you tapping in. But like, she needed that, you know. She needed to be away from her kids and have a night out. I was like, I got you. And she was enjoying herself, and that made me happy too, giving her that experience, you know. I was trying to get closer, but like them ticket prices, bro.
Nah,
they was like, you want to be in the 300 sections? $300 per ticket. I was like, we good up in the 400s. We good up.
I just need to be in the building.
Yeah, I just need to be in the building. And we were talking before the show. It's probably best that I'm up here. You know, it's probably best I'm up here because I don't need to be any closer to SZA.
Yep.
She started doing the joint hands on your knees. Hands on. I was like,
oh yeah.
I need to be up here. But I was looking at that monitor though, like.
Point the phone.
Let me go ahead and I'm having fun. Yay! Adjust the lighting, focus.
Got it.
I never seen anybody. I had never used my phone to get a more clearer video. Like I was messing with settings, nighttime, zoom in, tap.
Got it.
Brightness. I was like, God damn, bro, I'm a professional photographer out here. But nah. Overall, like if you had to give it, you know, our 1 to 5 puffs, man, what are you giving Grand National Tour?
Oh man, I gotta give this one 5, man. I gotta give it 5, and that's with me getting there late. I'm giving it 5. I believe if I would have seen like from Mustard until the end, I think I would have given him more than 5. But yes,
yeah.
For what I've seen, it was a good show, very good show.
This is one of those concerts where if he was like, if he did it different, right? Because we were trying to make the one up in Jersey and Philly and stuff, but it just wouldn't work out for her. My sister, she had to work. So I was just like, damn, he's flying back to the West Coast, and he's got one more stop before it's done. Like, the last stop in the North American leg of it is D.C. Like, if I would have seen, like, the Charlotte one or, like, one of the other ones, I still would have went up there. I would have seen this show twice.
Yeah.
I would have went and saw this
same.
show twice if I
Same.
could have. You know, so 5 for me. CJ's in the comments, 4 out of 5. And I don't know, CJ, if you really, like, roll with Kendrick's discography and SZA's discography, but just going in there, seeing what you saw and listening, and like, you came out and you had some high praise for SZA as far as like her talent and stuff. But let me just say, the chemistry between SZA and Kendrick, like how they perform, that is what I think a lot of rappers were trying to do, like pair with their R&B counterpart. I think that's what the Carters was trying to be when Beyonce and Jay-Z did their shit.
Yep.
But bro. Like, and I'm the biggest Jay-Z fan you will ever meet, bro. Like, it's Hov for life. It's The Rock. He none like, bro. Kendrick is light years as a performer,
as an artist.
Ain't nobody fucking with him in the game.
Nah. I mean, like, what Jay do is what he does is great. You know what I mean? I'm the same way. But you can't look at Kendrick as a rapper. You have to look at him as an artist, because what he puts out is art. And
100%.
that concert is proof of that. Like, he's making art. And it's something that's gonna stand the test of time. You're gonna look back at some of the stuff he's doing in a few years and really appreciate it.
My man has an album in the Smithsonian, bro.
There you go.
His second studio album is in the Smithsonian. I'm like, bro, this man is on a trajectory that nobody thought a rapper could be on. He is at a level where, like, you know, like Will Smith, he'll take it to his grave. I was the first rapper to win a Grammy. Like,
yep.
Like, we thank you for that. But like, Kendrick has taken this genre to a level to where, like, intellects are sitting there looking at his shit. Like, this motherfucker he's probably about to win a fucking Pulitzer Prize for an album or something. I ain't gonna put it past him.
He won a Pulitzer for
To Pimp a Butterfly. Oh, look.
No. He won it for Damn.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm looking at this motherfucker probably gonna win a fucking Nobel Prize for some shit. Like, every time he hits a ceiling, right? And you're just like, damn, we ain't never seen a rapper do that. Bam, another one. Bam, another one.
Mm-hmm.
And let me just say this before we move on, because we make this whole shit about the fucking tour. Drake, I fucks with you. You gonna put out a hit, I'm gonna listen to it. You make hits, Drake. I ain't gonna take that from you. But when you could bring a stadium of motherfuckers to just sing your diss track with their souls, like, the TikTok fans learned the words to Not Like Us. Like, when he was just like the little interview joint, drop. Motherfuckers was just like, oh,
here it comes.
I see dead people. Yeah. Bro, and the fact that he had 2 shows in Toronto, and each show, one more thing, he had to do an encore of Not Like. I'm just like, bro, just good on Drake for moving on, bro. Let that battle go, bro.
Let it go.
Let that battle go. Jesus Christ, bro. That was horrible. God, he did all the verses.
And in his hometown.
Yes. But that A minor came on. I'm like, bro, I know they heard that shit at the Capitol. That shit was A minor. I'm like, God damn. Hey, Drake. I heard you like him young. Everybody knew that part. I'm like, oh my God, Drake. Jesus Christ. Just keep doing your tour over there, Drake. Don't even worry about it no more, man. People still fuck with you.
Damn towel.
People still fuck with you. Just don't fuck with Kendrick no more. Just let it go. We know you can make hits. You just ran into a fucking buzzsaw, my boy, and that momentum ain't stopping no time soon.
Nah.
No time soon.
Nah.
But we had a couple of popular entries over on the Smoke Pit and both in the fan group. Want to talk about a couple of those real quick before we move on with the show. So let's get into our house meeting for the week.
I think we need to have a house meeting, y'all.
So my big back ass was eating some chips the other day and decided to pose the question, what is the best potato chip flavor? And, I did a little boost. I was like $5 boost just to get it out there. But I guess the $5, I got my $5 worth of it because we had over 1,000 people comment on it over on the Smoke Pit podcast page. And then we had some interaction in the fan group as well. Yep. But that just came because we had a little snack bar and they brought in the little variety packs and stuff. And they were bringing in like all these different ones, like the flaming hot version. I'm just like, bro, y'all just ain't get the one with like the cheddar sour creams. They're like, these are better. I'm just like, bro, let me tell you about Ruffles cheddar and sour cream. Like, hands down, I could kill a bag. Family, I don't care the size of the bag. It's got to be gone, So I'm just, am I the only one? Like, there's other flavors that I like. I like Cheetos. I like Doritos, But if you line them all up and sour cream and cheddar is sitting there, I got to go with the cheddar sour cream.
Yep.
EJ's in the comments. He's saying the Nacho Doritos or Lay's Classics.
Classics.
Like, Lay's Classics, for me, are the go-to for, like, picnics, cookouts. Because they're not too heavy, and they complement the main side. You know what I'm saying? Plus, you throw them hoes on some sandwiches.
The crunch.
Oh, that shit gonna slap.
I agree with that.
Because I will go with plain Lay's before I eat just plain Ruffles. Like
I agree with that.
You know what I'm saying? Like if it's the plain chip, I gotta go with the Lay's over the Ruffles.
Yep.
But what's your go-to chip? Like if you had a variety pack and they had all the flavors and types of chips, what's the one you gotta grab?
I'm an old school guy when it comes to chips. But if one flavor that I'm like, I gotta get it, is sour cream and onion.
Okay. And that's Lay's? Like what brand too?
Oh, Ruffles.
Ruffles sour cream and onion?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no. Lay's. It's Lay's.
Okay. Because the only Ruffle flavor I fuck with is the cheddar and sour cream.
Yeah.
Now, I've had the cheddar sour cream Lay's, and they just don't hit the same. You know what I'm saying? Like, I see cheddar sour cream, I'm like, ooh, let me get that. It just, I'm like, y'all too thin. Like, y'all don't have the, pause, the girth. Y'all don't have the girth, the weight that the Ruffles cheddar and sour cream has. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Because like barbecue chips, if I'm doing barbecue flavored chips, it's got to be Lay's. Like I can't do barbecue Ruffles.
Yes.
I tried barbecue Ruffles, and I'm just like, man, it's too much.
No, the Lay's barbecue, like that on the sandwich too, is my mother-in-law put me on that one. I was like, I married into the right family.
Cheddar and sour cream are like crack. But yeah, because I was sitting there thinking, like, I mean, you had people talk about, the Tostitos with the chili lime flavor and stuff, and I'm just,
that's
tortilla
party.
Chips.
Yeah, that's nah.
You need it. They got to be. It's got to go with something. Because like I understand dips. Somebody was just like, it doesn't matter the flavor as long as you got the right dip, and I'm just like, well, then it's not the chip. You talk about your favorite dip. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And like, if you're doing dips, it has to be Ruffles. It has to be something with ridges. I think CJ said it. If it's ruffled, it's got to have a dip with it.
Yeah.
Because the Lay's chips are too thin. You just can't dip that motherfucker in because your chip is going to be.
But
go ahead.
My big back ass the queso with nacho cheese Doritos,
Word.
I will go there.
So the what is it? The Blanco, queso Blanco,
Yes,
with like what flavor Dorito though?
nacho cheese.
Okay, I gotta try that.
I will go there.
CJ say with Lay's, you gotta have a rescue chip on standby every time to scoop out the other chip. You gotta have a lifeguard chip to go in there and save the other one.
Oh, look at this.
Hold on now. Fritos cheddar jalapeno dip with nacho Doritos. I gotta go look at it. I gotta up my dip game. Because all I do is get the Tostitos fucking Blanco queso.
Yeah, bro.
And I always get like if I do the Tostitos, I gotta get that dip with it every time, and I fucking clean house, bro. Clean house. He says, don't do the queso, do the free. I might try that next time and see what it's hitting on.
Okay.
With the nacho Doritos, okay. Y'all see my big ass. If I know anything, hey, we all in the same thing, man. I
like the suggestions. Hey, I ain't mad.
Hey, I'm taking notes. I will return to this video for tips later. You know what I'm saying?
Save this chat, bro.
But I mean, it's the one thing I did see is like nobody was saying like original Fritos. And I feel like that's universal because when you do get those variety packs, the chips that are remaining at the end after everybody picks through everything, like people will eat the plain Ruffles before they grab those OG Fritos.
Absolutely.
Because if they ain't with chili or with something else, ain't nobody just eating no corn chips like that.
Nope. Nope.
Now, in their defense, they do have those chili cheese Fritos that I will partake of if nothing else is available. Like,
yeah, if they come around, yeah.
Yeah. And the barbecue, what is it, honey barbecue, the Frito twist?
Mm-hmm.
I'll play around with those too, but they're not my go-tos. Like, I'm not looking for Fritos. Like, I'm not opening up a bag or a box.
Oh, shit, they're the Fritos.
Where the Fritos at? You know, ain't nobody doing that. Chris says they're the natty ice of corn chips.
Absolutely.
If it's available.
Yeah. That's all we got. All right.
It's like when you go to a get-together, like, oh, we got something on keg. All right, what y'all got on tap? Natty ice. Is this it, though? Like, I mean.
You ain't got nothing else?
I'll pour a cup. You know, I ain't gonna enjoy it.
I'll drink with y'all.
Yeah. I ain't gonna turn it down. You know, thanks for inviting me and thanks for buying it, but y'all ain't got a cooler with something else in it, or ain't nothing in the house? Just this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nothing in the pantry, nothing?
This all y'all got? I'll partake, but
I thought y'all had something else, man. Come on.
Y'all invited me this shit, got Coors Light in this shit. Fuck is going on? You know, it's like the okay beer, you know, like Bud Light. Like, got a keg of Bud Light. Playing beer pong? What we doing?
Yeah.
I'll partake.
Yeah, the Fritos is like, who the fuck left these in the box? Man, just
y'all got chili or something?
Away.
Y'all got chili around here or something? What we doing? What are we doing?
Y'all ate all the good chips. Y'all ate all the good shit, man. Let us
see. Yeah, if the pony keg costs the same as the case of the good stuff, I get you. Because you gotta like, do I get 12 bottles of this or do I just get a keg of this? You go with the keg. You know,
get the keg.
You want enough for everybody to just have something to sip on during your party. You know, fuck around. I'll be like, y'all just got Coke or something. I'll be the DD.
I'm a DD.
Or just let me know, and I'll bring my own bottle or something. You know, like, just don't have me held hostage with just Bud Light in a keg. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to our people that partake in Bud Light. Live your life.
Great tasting.
The ultimate disrespect is if I show up and you're like, we got a keg of Michelob Ultra. I'm like, who the fuck about to run a marathon after this shit?
What is this place?
Only 96 calories per serving. Bitch, what we finna do after this? I came here to eat bad and drink. Might as well just
How dare you.
throw Aquafina in this bitch.
Yes, how dare you?
Got a keg of Michelob Ultra. Do you? Are we playing pickleball after this? What are we doing?
What is this, a mom's meeting? Come on, man. Let's fucking...
I'll be back. I'm getting stuff from mimosas. They hit harder. You're having
Impossible
some
burger.
no-carb beer. This party is awesome. Nah, son. Words you will never hear if that's your go-to. But another thing that popped up is the see if I can find it. It was a list of cartoon dogs telling you which dog would you prefer to stay with. Let me see if I can bring it up, unless you got it on deck already.
I did not.
It's cool. I'll find it. Hit up the fan group. Doo-doo-doo-doo. It's probably buried under some shit now, huh? I'll probably find. Let me see. Scroll down. Scroll down. All right. Yep. So here's the list of dogs. We have Scooby, obviously from Scooby-Doo. We have Spike from Tom and Jerry, Brian from Family Guy, Courage the Cowardly Dog, Snoopy, Blue from Blue's Clues, Snowball from or Santa's Little Helper from Simpsons, Droopy, Pluto, and Crypto the Super Dog. Now, as I was looking at this, I'm just like, bro, all of these dogs seem to be doing too much. I'm looking like, I was just like, maybe Brian, because he's self-sufficient. Motherfucker got a car and shit. He can take care of himself. But he be trying to smash Peter's wife, you know. I can't be having that shit, you know. Snoopy, to me, seemed like the logical one. Like, he just be chilling, minding his business. He don't be bothering Charlie Brown for some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
He go out there, fuck with Linus every now and then, grab his blanket and shit, drag him down the street. But outside of that, Snoopy be chilling. You know? I'm like, I'll fuck with Snoopy.
Agreed.
I was looking at Blue from Blue's Clues, but this motherfucker be wanting to play fucking games all the time. I'm like, nigga, just tell me.
What's going on?
What the fuck? No, tell me. I ain't playing this game with you. It was fun It was fun at first. Your ass smart enough to fucking drop fucking hints and then put them all together. Just tell me off the bat, what is it? Nah, nigga, we ain't doing that. But which one you rolling with?
You know what? I was like, what dog is like the least of problems? And at first I thought it was Pluto. Because Pluto be chilling too.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah. But then I was like, Snoopy don't be bothering nobody either. And I was like, I'm going to go Snoopy. Because Snoopy just be chilling, bro. You ain't got to worry about him. All them other dogs, they got problems attached to them. Snoopy just be chilling.
Yeah. 100%. And I thought Pluto too, but there's episodes or cartoons where, you know, something be fucking with Pluto and he run up on Mickey and be like, what is it? What is it? Like, bro, I don't need that shit, bro. I don't need that shit.
What's wrong?
Yeah. Chippendale out here doing some shit. Nigga, just, what do you want me to do?
Kill him. Pluto, kill him.
They got Gadget with him? No, I'll play it. Am I? Is Chip wearing the Ranger suit or nah? Because that makes a difference.
Yep.
But I know the ones I wasn't gonna fuck with: Scooby-Doo,
nope,
Courage, and Crypto. Because like the Rock voices Crypto, and I'm tired of hearing that motherfucker.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Plus, I don't need no dog flying around with no laser vision and shit, man. Sit your ass the fuck down. Motherfucker get extra excited and burn a hole in the house or some shit. Oh, my bad. Hey.
Now you dead.
God damn it, Crypto. Killed another Amazon guy.
Yeah. He tried to bring home food for you, and he done killed the whole human. Yes, like I bought you food. No,
No, crypto,
murder.
no. God damn it, crypto, no.
Home, bring me home.
Oh. Yeah, motherfucker jumping on Superman like, nigga, I'm dying. Take me home.
What? Lick your face? No, bring me home. I'm dying. You want to play?
Yeah. I mean, we have people saying Brian because they can't wait to read his terrible books. We have somebody say Spike is who he chooses because without Tom bothering him, he was chilling. But Tom always be bothering him. Well, Tom don't. Jerry be tricking Tom into bothering Spike. Because Tom just be trying to
Yeah.
But,
except for that one when Tom tried to get with the female cat. Spike wasn't having that shit. Spike was like, shut the fuck up, bro.
Like, Spike, is you is or is you ain't my baby? He came there with a big ass bass.
Is you is or is you ain't my baby? Spike was like, what the fuck is going on
out here? Get your thirsty ass out of here, my boy. Thirsty ass dude. In the middle of the night. Like, none of the humans was getting them like, yo, what the fuck?
Nah. The animals was like, bro, you
Jerry
tripping.
and Spike were just like, yo, shut your ass up.
You tripping, bro.
But anyway, then we already about an hour in. So let's just go ahead and get right into our Who's Mans for this
Let's
week.
do it.
This rapper has been on a podcast, I believe, with a former co-host of Breakfast Club, Angela Yee, and had some very interesting things to say, very interesting opinion about people other than African Americans using the N-word in their songs and whatnot. But we'll let him, I guess, share his side of it or his opinion on it. And, we'll discuss. But, ladies and gentlemen, this week's segment of Whose Mans Is This?
Hey, who mans is this? Oh, mans is this? Who mans is this? I need to know.
The Mexican OT. I will say that I have never heard of this individual till today. Black has said he's come across him on another show or another podcast or something, clips. So he was on Angela Yee's podcast called Lip Service and justifying why it's acceptable for him to say the N-word. So I shall present this. Let me make sure I get the right layout. This is whoop. And we shall add to the stage. Let me get the other one. Here we go. Bow, bow. And we'll let Mexican OT share his thoughts. Hopefully this is audio. Let me know if you can hear it.
I feel like I can't say it, but not because of that. And I'm going to tell you why. I wish there was some black dudes in here.
And there's one right here. Not.
Okay, well, we're going to use him. What the fuck are you going to do about it, you know? And then second of all, I grew up loving these. I grew up fighting with them. I grew up eating with them. I grew up doing bad shit. I grew up loving with them. You know, I got family. And it's not even about family. Even if I wasn't related to nobody out black, I mean, it was. It's what I was surrounded by, you know? Like, I respect people that they feel that way. And that's why I try to up about it.
Right.
But if you're from where I'm from or anywhere, what the gonna do about it? You know? It's like I done went to the jungle and earned the lion's head. You know?
I feel like a lot of people. Do you feel that are from Latino descent here in New York feel that same way? The Puerto Ricans, the Dominicans.
I mean, and not even trying to justify. I just got dropped off before us. That's all it is.
Y'all got dropped off first. It's crazy.
We from the same boat.
That are from Latino.
So, and then the next clip is like his response. You know, he says, "Thank you, everyone, for everything. I've been feeling great mentally, and I've come a long way from being broken. I'm excited for more with y'all." And he has, you know, "I'm a handful. Thank you for still rocking with me. Every race, every gender, every age. Thank you for showing me greatness and love." So, Black, with his reasoning being that he grew up, he was raised around it and stuff. Well, first of all, let's get to the one that kind of irked me. Like, what are you going to do about it? What are your thoughts on that aspect of it? I think you're muted.
My bad. But I was saying, I think I know why he asked where the black dudes was. Because he wanted to see if any smoke was headed his way.
Yeah.
Right? Before he said what he was going to say. Because I think if black dudes would have been there, I think the answer would have been different. You know what I mean? But that speaks to the pride. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna offer a take. I didn't come up with this, but I feel like it's totally relevant to this conversation.
Okay.
And it's the fact that because he brought up his surroundings, right? And I feel like as black people, and I'm not saying all black people, I'm just saying black people in this situation. Black people have revolutionized poverty to the fact that other cultures feel that it's okay to be like that. You know what I mean?
Ooh.
Right? Black people don't like being in poverty. We just make the best of a situation, which that is the environment. Right? So we make this shit look cool. People come up from nothing and then make it to something, but we make that shit look so cool. People think it's okay to be like that. No, because if a person makes it out of poverty, then chances are they don't want to go back to that. But it is who they are. You know what I mean? So my stance on it has always been, if you didn't come up that way, right? My experience wasn't your experience, right? So it's a sense of entitlement. You feel like you came up with them, you fought in the trenches with them. Okay, cool. That makes you our brother, but it does not make you us. You know what I'm saying? We're friends in the fight, we're allies. So if US and Britain go to war together, they're allies. But is US Britain? No. US is US, Britain is Britain. We don't classify ourselves as the other one. So keep it on that level. Yeah, you was in the fight with us, you was in the trenches with us. We respect that. But dog, you ain't us. We ain't saying we you. You know what I'm saying? We don't go out there saying like we OT. We don't do that. You know what I'm saying? So it's nitpicky with the culture. And I'm gonna keep it all the way 1,000. He's been around people that have made that okay for him. And that trend needs to go away. You know what I'm saying? It does. Because the emboldenment of people, they may not always have your best interests at heart. You may not always have their best interests at heart. But you have to understand that word, as derogatory as it was us taking it and kind of making it a term of endearment for us, because that word was harmful for us. Yeah. So we are protective of it. But that's my stance on it.
Yeah, I was thinking about it, and my thing is as we were driving back from DC, we were listening to some music, and like DJ Khaled comes on, and my sister's like, I can't stand this dude because he's always yelling. I was like, I mean, he yells, but my problem with Khaled, same thing, my problem with Fat Joe and like, you know, anybody who's not black, who's just walking around saying the word. I'm like, if you weren't called that at any point in your life, like there's no racist person that's going to come up to Fat Joe and call him that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because nobody thinks you're black. You think you are. I mean, or whatever it is. Like Khaled just came out of nowhere, was just saying the word, and I'm just like, why are we as black people just allowing this man to just keep saying this? Just because he's embedded in hip hop? That's not a pass. Like, he is too comfortable with this shit. There are just some things, and like, you know, people will argue, well, they're saying it in the music, so if they saying it, I can say, like, there are just certain things where if you are not part of, it's almost like, you know, a family meeting, right?
Yeah.
Us black people can have that dialogue and that discussion, like, should we be saying it in rap? Is it okay for us to say it? If you are not black, and that term was not used to fucking belittle you, to make you feel less than,
Right.
that's just a conversation you just don't need to take part in. Like, go sit in the other room while we talk about this shit over here. And no matter what agreement or disagreement we have, when we all come out the room, like, you don't take part in it. Like, it sounds bad. You have no say in it. You know,
no,
like
that's
when you know, issues arise in other cultures, like you know, Native American, Jewish, Mexican, they have their things. Like, I'm not jumping in there like, you know, yeah, you should be able to call this dude, you know, lack of a better term, you know, beaner, wetback, you know, all the other slurs and stuff they be throwing at them.
right.
Like, I don't be doing that, you know. And if that's something y'all want to talk about as a community and stuff, bro, talk that out. Like, I will. I think the closest would be like when they were changing the Commander's name from what it used to be to now. Like, I was like 100%. I think it should change because that was a racial slur back in the day.
Right.
You know.
Right.
And if Native American people wanted to change, then cool. Or if the NFL is just like, because there a lot of people are just like, the original family of the person whose face was used says it's cool. I'm like, well, that's one family out of all of them,
Right.
you know? And,
Right.
and the NFL is going to do what gets money. They don't want negative attention on their shit, especially after the George Floyd thing and everything. They're just like, how do we get far away from being racist as possible? Let's change this name. And people are losing their shit. I'm never supporting them again. And then they start winning and they in the NFC Championship game and they out there, you know, all hell to the Commanders and everything, coming up with new songs and shit, you know? So, I mean, it's just real fin. People just want to, I don't know, like, there are just certain things where you just got to remove yourself from that because it doesn't concern you. Like, I'm not jumping into a Jewish community and fighting their fights and stuff. Like, you know, if anybody's disrespecting you or discriminating on you because of your ethnicity or where you come from, your religion, yeah, I'll stand up with you and be like, that's wrong. But when y'all have inner cultural discussions and stuff, I'm not jumping in there being like,
right.
let me, here's my 2 cents on your shit. Yeah.
I think yeah.
But that's just me. And then, so that's the one, let me just say, if I was a black person and he's like, what are y'all going to do about it? Like, they would.
See, that's the wrong answer.
They would have to cut the show.
Yeah. That is the wrong answer.
I'll absolutely show you what I'm gonna do if you keep saying that, my boy. Like, that's not for you.
Yeah.
Like, and it goes back to what you said. Like, I don't know how we did it, but like you said, coming from where we've come from to now, like, people see our swag and everything, and they're just like, I want to do that.
Yeah.
Like, even at the Kendrick concert, like the white people next to us, like, they were very careful not to rap that word when they were rapping along. And like, I was low key checking for, like, how brave are they? You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Was I
How
gonna fight somebody at the concert? No. But it's one of those, like, you know, if we're in a car or something and the shit come on, like, bro, just don't do that. You know? Yeah.
How far
you give
you
them that
going?
look, yeah. Bad
How
down.
far you going?
Where you from? Fuck who you know, where you from, my
From my
where your grandma stay.
Don't even hum.
My. Hot. No, I'm playing. Yeah, but it's one of those things where people are around me. I'm just like, don't say that. You know, like if they say it the first time, hey, bro, chill with that. You know, and if they keep going, like we'll see where it goes. Like I'm not stepping out like threatening to fuck people up, but you just, what is it? You just, what's the risk to the reward, my boy? Like you want to chance
Right.
it? You want to chance it? Don't let you just gonna be around the wrong one day and say it, and shit's gonna go left.
All the way left.
So it's just best to just chill. But it's just the rap culture. They just feel like if I say it, maybe it'll ingratiate myself with the black community, and they'll rock with me or something.
No.
Like even low key, like it's wild because Logic's half, right? But when he says it, like I'm still low key, like I don't think nobody called you that growing up.
Nah, you don't even look like it, bro.
Your dad's black, cool. I'm pretty sure people called him that to belittle him. I mean, maybe when they found out who your dad was, they tried to call you that, and you're just like, yeah, but like off the strength of you just walking down the street, ain't nobody really calling you that. I don't think they do.
Nah.
I don't know Logic. I don't know his childhood, but I'm just like,
Nah.
you don't look like it. You don't look like it. You don't look like it. But
No, you don't.
that's just my take on it. But overall, like the Fat Joes and the DJ Khaled's, like, what's your take on them? Like, is it acceptable? I guess. Are there such thing as like the passes to give other races to say that? Are you cool with it?
Not really, but that's why I say somewhere around that people let them say that. So you kind of embolden them to say it. You know what I'm saying? But I think we need to do a better job ourselves of checking ourselves of saying that shit.
Valid.
You know what I'm saying? Because you're right. The influence is like if people are around you and they feel cool enough to say it, like OT, he's right. You know what I'm saying? He's been around people that had, you know, he's been in the hood. He grew up in the hood.
Yeah.
And hearing that word, you know, it becomes a part of culture around you. So if you grow up around it and you're around it every day, then yeah, it's absolutely gonna have an effect on you. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's really out there policing it when it comes to ourselves. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I do think we need to police ourselves on how we say it and who we say it to.
Yeah. Yeah, because at a certain point, it just becomes part of his everyday vernacular.
Right.
And you just been saying it every day or multiple times a day growing up to the point where now it's like, I don't know how not to say it.
Right. Right.
Like, it's just, I'd say it often enough to where, like, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
And I think, you know, to me, listening to this interview, if he just would have went straight, like, you know, that just came up, the people I was with used that word back and forth. They used it with me. I used it with them. And it was just all copacetic. We was cool. We was a family and all that other stuff. Like, you know, ride or die, bad boys for life. The part threw me off is what are they going to do about it? That's what got me too. That was the thing where I'm just like, now, see, you know.
That means, like, I'm going to say it and ain't nobody going
to do shit about it.
Yeah.
And the fact that they're like, I wish there was black people here. It's like, yeah, there's a dude right there, back there. He's like, okay, so we'll use him. What the fuck are they going to do about it? And I'm just like, okay.
Cut.
Bro. Yeah.
Cut.
Like, just that part. I'm just like, yo, that is a wild.
Do you feel like you?
Hold on, let me bring that part back up. That's the part I want people to pick up on, because I'm just like, yo, that is mad disrespectful, man.
It was.
Mad disrespectful. Let me bring the right view back up. We'll make it bigger so people can see.
I feel like I can't say it, but not because of that, and I'm gonna tell you why. I wish there was some black dudes in here.
Will right there. And there's one right here.
Not.
Okay, well, we're gonna use him. What the fuck are you gonna do about it, you know? And then second of all, I grew up loving these.
That part. Like
First of all, cut.
yeah, they pointed.
You got the right one, baby.
Uh-huh. Ray Charles, that shit. You got the right one, baby. But yeah, I mean, it's, and I get it. Like, people are just like, it's just, I'm not going to let it bother me and stuff, but it's how he said that just rubbed me the fucking wrong way, man.
Yeah.
Like, all the way. I'm just like, fam, chill with that shit, bro. Like, you ain't had to go into it like that. What are they going to do?
That's
about
asking for problems. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
because people don't want to be disrespected, but they don't want to approach the shit respectfully either. You know what I mean? Like, that'd be the worst shit. That's like a pet peeve of mine. You know what I mean?
Like, you could easily just have this discussion with us right now.
Right.
You could have just, like you said, rolled right into this is how I came up. People that I was on the street with, did dirt with, they used it. They called me it. It was a term of endearment or whatever, you know, and it just became part of my vernacular, you know.
Right.
I don't
At
mean
that
any
point-
disrespect with it. Like, it just lead right into that.
Yeah.
But hey, there's a black dude there. What's he going to do about it? And now us as black people, we're sitting there looking like, damn, they really just ain't going to do nothing about it.
Nope. Well, damn. You know what I mean? Well, damn.
So I guess I can
But-
say it.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And it's like, if he answers that question, if he answers it, if you take what he said first, his second answer is like, well, we need to do a better job of policing this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because what he said after, what the fuck are you gonna do about it? Like, it made sense.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I grew up around it. This was part of, I was loved by them. I grew up with them. I fought with them. Okay, maybe we need to police how we say this shit. But bro, you coming out, what the fuck we gonna do about it? First of all, we about to put hands and feet on your bitch ass. that's what we finna do.
The mitigated gall. If you looked around. I wish there was black people here so I could say this to them.
Yeah.
What the fuck are y'all gonna do about it?
Young man. Yeah.
It's one of those, like, either hands are getting put on you right there and this whole interview getting scrapped, or people will be waiting for you outside. Like, I don't know how many people you brought with you, but there's more. There's like I said, bro. Like, you can't say stuff like that and bounce and then act like it's a term of endearment when you
I'm gonna just live my life. You know what I'm saying?
I was you started with like nobody can fuck with you, and then, oh, you know, these are my people. You know, I grew up with that. I was in the hood with these, you know, X, Y, Z. Just why didn't you just use that? Lead with that. You didn't have to do that. What are y'all gonna do about it? And I think that's a problem with the hip hop community. You just got to look like you ain't scared, no fear. Like, I'm hood. Like, nobody gonna fuck with me type shit.
Bro,
rappers need to
y'all don't
understand. Artists need to understand. People will put hands on you. They don't give a fuck.
Yes.
You're gonna cross the wrong motherfucker who's gonna have something on them while you don't, and it's just gonna be problems. Like, nobody is safe in these streets when it comes to you just being mad disrespectful and shit. People get shot over this shit, bro.
Yes, bro. It's enough dead rappers out here today to know, like, your ass ain't invincible. Approach this shit with a little bit of respect, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
so CJ asks, do we feel as if it's shifting generationally?
no. And here's why. It's because situations like this have been going on for a long time. And it's getting to a point now where it's more acceptable publicly, but the situation itself it's not new. You know what I'm saying? Because people like OT have existed for a while, to where they grew up in the hood. Hell, I had a Mexican that I grew up with. We called him SZA. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Racist shit, but you know what I mean. But he grew up with us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And like he had all the love, adulation, and everything. He never used that word though. Surprisingly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, he never used the word. So, I mean, there are situations where like you just grow up in that environment, bro, and you know what I'm saying? It becomes part of who you are. It becomes an identity almost. So that's what he identifies as. That's how he uses it. But and that's where I go back to us policing ourselves and how we use it.
Yeah.
Because it is part of the environment. It is part of the culture, and we need to police ourselves on how we actually use that word, how we engage, and how it comes across to people who aren't us. You know what I'm saying? So that is something that we need to work on as a community. Absolutely.
I agree. I mean, also at the end of the day, when you got people like Shiloh Hendrix calling a 5-year-old black kid that and raising fucking
exactly.
$800,000, you know,
that should do something to you too.
Yeah,
yes.
it's not really putting fear into people to say it no more. You know,
Right.
It's just
right.
Maybe if I say it enough, I get rich too. Just ask people to fucking donate to my legal fees and shit. But that's neither here nor there. But yeah, and CJ was just like, you know, that's why I asked. You see it far more often publicly now than we used to. Like it's in TV shows now. You know, all of this stuff, and you know, some of your biggest comedians are out there saying it. Dave Chappelle, Kevin Hart, all this stuff. Like it's people are going to the shows laughing and seeing it and stuff. And it's I get like, don't get me wrong, like the level of uncomfortability that some people may feel going to these shows and hearing that word, knowing like, can I laugh at this shit? I don't fucking know.
Right.
Do I feel like it's because at the end of the day, like, is there racial slurs that people have called, you know, Mexicans? Yes. And if they want to flip those and use them and use it as a term, whatever, that's on them. You know, I ain't jumping in there calling nobody nothing like that and everything. So it's one of those, like, you know, white people, if y'all got racial slurs people call y'all want to call each other, cool. You know, I ain't going to jump in on that, but that's y'all. You know, I ain't going to be like, he could say it. Why can't I say it? Like, that just ain't, you know, I ain't in that community, you know.
Hey, that ain't me.
And Chris is like, we do. They're funny. You know, like I was, you know, military kid. I was raised around, you know, all types of kids. You know, ain't no white person come up to me. It was just like, hey, honky. You know, like, is that me now? I could use that.
I can say that.
What up, my honky? You know, like. But I think it's more of the, like you said, the struggle and the glamorization of coming out the mud and getting to where you're at, but still having one foot in the street still to be able to do shit like that. People are like, that's so cool. I want to be like that.
Right.
That's why some folks that aren't black, when you call them that word, they assume that that's like a fucking rite of passage.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
They're like, oh, this is what I've been dreaming for my whole life. You know?
Did he just call me that?
Like the
oh my God.
What was it? That Dave Chappelle's the fucking
yeah.
blind racist. When he oogity boogity. Did he just call us niggers? Yeah. You know, they're high-fiving each other and shit. But yo, that's what I love about this show, man. We start talking about a concert.
I know.
Start clowning some talk about fucking chips and cartoon dogs, and then we get into some deep shit like this, man.
I know.
What other show gives you this, folks? What other show does this?
Yes, brought it home. We
wait.
Say all that to say, we don't want to hear you say nigga no more.
Oh, man. But Mexican OT, man. I may have to dabble here a couple of your songs and shit just to see what you about and whatnot. Like, personality-wise, his whole aura, like, he's just chill, laid back. Like, you know, I'm just be me, but mad disrespectful that first part of your answer, bro. I don't like that shit. I don't like it.
Very much.
But We're going to go ahead and get into final shots and thoughts and wrap up this amazing episode of The Smoke Pit. So just stand by.
And now we return you to our regular scheduled program in progress.
All right, man. Another fire-ass episode of The Smoke Pit.
Yes.
Time for final shots and thoughts. What you got for him, Black?
Man, so much is happening. I do want to start plugging an event that one of our DFPN shows is bringing to everyone. Cape Con by our own Cutting Edge Heroes.
Ooh, yes.
The Nerd King, Danny. He is a part of Cape events, Cape Anime, Cape Con. Those events happen, and the next one is going to be in November. I know that we were approached about shows from the network doing live shows, so some of that is in the works for Cape Con. But I do want you guys to start following them, get in touch with the podcast, get in tune, because they do start plugging this stuff. A lot of the stuff that you hear on the network is geared a lot towards what they offer at Cape Con. So, you know, if you like the network and you like all the shows that we produce, then Cape Con is going to be one of those events that you'll love. So I do want to make sure that we give them the leg up as they start building towards November, because they've already started. So shout out to you, Cutting Edge Hero, and everything that you guys got going on. But yeah, ddfpn.com. We've been getting a lot of traffic there too. Thank you guys for tapping into the website, tapping into the shows. It's been awesome. And I do want to give a special shout out to Nightmares and Nerdscapes. They are approaching 10,000 subscribers.
Yes, sir.
On YouTube. So that's some dope stuff. Congratulations to you, man. Can't wait to see you hit that 10,000 mark. And the channel is awesome. So that is my shots and thoughts.
Yep. Yeah, my man has a couple of reviews on the way. He just saw the 28 years later. About to hit that up. So very honest and pretty much down to earth reviews. He doesn't get too intellectual, philosophical with stuff. Just if you're into horror or your thriller, anything A24, Blumhouse, anything like that, my man, that's the network to go to, and the rest of the shows as well. So big plug to Cutting Edge Hero, everything Cape events out there. We will be there. That's in November. You know, I already got it blocked out, so there will be a live episode of Smoke Pit out that way. I believe no gimmicks. I believe Nightmares is going to do a Nightmares and Nerdscapes. Will be a.
We're working on them.
Yep. So obviously, Cutting Edge Hero will be live out that way too. So we'll see if USDN can get out there. So expect a good time. So it's over in Cape Girardeau. You know, we'll start sharing the links and stuff as they come out as we get closer. So if you're interested in seeing us live, feel free to come out there. And it'll also be streamed on the either the Cape Events Facebook or the Cutting Edge. Either way, you'll be able to see us live as we do it live. So I'm excited for that. Very excited for that. Outside of that, we know we have tomorrow night, Patreons. You will be enjoying session 4 of Nox Eterna. As we go live and do that, we'll be joined by CJ from Nightmares and Nerdscapes on that one. So you will want to tune into that. He's going to bring the a very comedic, well, per his comments last time we played. It's going to be a good time. The crew always has fun. A lot of inside jokes that you be missing out on if you're not watching us do it live. So he's saying my wife said do it. What's up, Amanda? Appreciate the attack on both sides, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, just loving seeing what the crew is doing as a whole. Eat the Cake may also do a live episode out there. We got some people coming out, so it'll be a good time. Can't wait to see everybody. It'll be a DFPN reunion, if you will. First time meeting everybody meeting each other for the first time, so can't wait. Should be a good time.
Yep.
Reminds me of Dayton circa 2021.
Was that 2021?
2020? Something like that?
I thought it was 2020.
Might have been. I don't know. I'm old. I be forgetting shit, bro.
Me too.
Anyway, appreciate everybody stepping up, watching us tonight on the Patreon side. We love y'all. Appreciate the support. And everybody tuning in on Monday watching us. We love y'all too. Appreciate the support. Keep it going. Like, share, subscribe, all that beautiful stuff to support the broskies over here on the Smoke Pit and the crew at DFPN. If that's all you got, we could go ahead and wrap it up, my boy.
That's it for me, sir.
All right. As always, appreciate you guys tuning in. I'm the homie Mac, a.k.a. your boy.
And I am bred like a king. Made us Kelvin Cayley. Thank y'all for tuning in. Until next time, have love, make sex, peace.
This ain't right.